Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. We'd like to say thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I'm Terry Ross along with Colton Treadway coming to you live from Spiegelberg Stadium, Cobb Field in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Game of the night, really, as we get set for this matchup between the Wilsonville Wildcats and the North Medford Black Tornado. Football action on this Friday. Coverage today is brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams through our Lithia Superstore Game Center at TableRockSports.net. We'd like to welcome the home fans and also all of you listening up in the Wilsonville, Salem area tonight. Our sponsors are the ones that keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Table Rock Sports invites you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we say thank you to the over 4,500 fans who have already done that. Up next is the Abby's Pizza pregame show. With locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon, you can make Abby's your postgame stop with a menu that covers all your family favorites. Abby's is an Oregon postgame tradition since the 1970s. We'll see you after the game at Abby's. We're back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
The end of the national anthem as presented by the North Medford High School Marching Band. Let's talk a little bit about both of these teams before the kickoff begins. Wilsonville comes in here with a 3-1 record overall, 2-0 in their league play. And, of course, their big talk about here is Trevor Gloss, who leads the 5A classification in passing yardage. Talking to Coach Adam Gunther before the ball game, he says what's interesting about that is that so far Gloss hasn't thrown that many passes over 20 yards. In fact, last week he completed 23 of about 29 passes. About 79% of his passes were completed. And in that game, even though he threw for over 200 yards, not one of those passes was longer than 20 yards. So something to watch out for. A great receiving core for the Wilsonville Wildcats. They've got three really good receivers. Probably the most known one at the moment is Luke Carley, but certainly he's not the only one that can catch the football. Meanwhile, North Medford comes in 0-4. This is their one and only non-conference football game. Everything else is going to be league for them from here on out. In fact, they got a tough one coming up next week, which we'll get to at halftime as they come out. The captains come out, and we'll get rid of this for you. And we'll watch let you be able to watch the coin flip as the captains are out there for both squads. But what North Medford is looking for is a victory. They came really close last week, losing 21-14 is what I want to say it is. It might have been even closer than that, 21-14, but they just barely lost to South Salem or West Salem. West Salem's a pretty good ball club this year, but they made a run at it and had the Black Tornado had a chance at it down at the end. just couldn't get it into the end zone. That's all there was to that. But they are playing better, and they're playing a tough ball nowadays. And I didn't really talk with Coach Chin, but I think he would be somewhat happy about it. Here's North Medford is going to receive the kickoff, and so we'll see what Wilsonville does defensively to start with. Didn't talk to Coach Gunther too much about his defense. He kind of turned on another topic that he sits on a committee for, and he's pretty passionate about the topic that committee covers, and all of a sudden we weren't talking about tonight's game. We were talking about something else. So we didn't ask him about his defense, but they got a pretty good defense. They held Forest Grove last week to only a touchdown. So they can play a little defense if they need to. Wilsonville ranked number 4 in the 5A classification. They are expected to contend for another state title. That's really about all they expect to do anyway from year to year, is contend for a state title. That's the objective when they take the field constantly. So we'll see if they get that done this year. Meanwhile, as we say, North Medford just searching for a win. A bit of a young team this year for the Black Tornado. And it's kind of showing up in some areas. Going back deep now for North Medford. On the near side here anyway is Cassius Ragu. And over on the far side, it's going to be Brady Patterson. Wilsonville has yet to break the huddle. Number 25 will do the kicking for them, Braden Arsenault. Watched him warming up before the ball game. He was hitting 50-yarders with room to spare. I don't know if that'll factor into tonight's game, but let's just say this, that extra points are easy for him, apparently. Hey, Table Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with Rogue Credit Union once again for the Touchdown Club. Rogue Credit Union will donate $10 for every Black Tornado and Panther touchdown scored this year. Proceeds go to the school's athletics department. There's an onside kick by the Wildcats. It hasn't went 10 yards yet. They can't touch it. Now they will touch it. And it'll be first down. North Medford at the Wildcat 48-yard line. And now we have a second before they get out here. Stay tuned at halftime for stats and updates, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The Fall Activities Guide is out now with sports leagues, classes, and activities for all. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. Healy at quarterback. He's got Castillo back there with him. Patterson in motion. And number 52, Azariah Gasoa, has to leave the field. Running all the way across the field is Owen Graham. But imagine that's called an equipment problem right there. All right, now we'll do it again. Patterson in motion again. Give it off to Castillo. Castillo looking for room. He's got it to the 45. And down to about the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. We'll keep stats. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, as I always do, they're really unofficial. If you wake up in the morning and find out that the stat sheet looks a little different than the one I gave, don't be terribly shocked. But we'll try to keep up with everything here. Healy back to pass again. Firing this one deep and incomplete. A long time getting the signals in. The official that keeps track of the times looking at it already. He's got his hand up. Gonna have to get moving. Healy gets it off. Back to pass again. Fires out into the flat. Out to Patterson. Patterson's at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 8. That's enough for a first down out of the 36. North Medford driving on this opening drive. 10:35 to go, first period. Going to give it off this time to Valua. And they'll give Valua down to the 34-yard line, so Valua will get a couple out of that. Second and 8. They keep Valua in. Almost got Wilsonville to jump. Look over to the sideline. Signals. Valua will switch sides. Gonna run a left apparently this time around. Oh, Valua looking for room to go. He's got nowhere. Wilsonville read that one just fine. Thank you very much. They put him back at the 37. That will be a loss of 3 for Valua. Third and 11. Now Valua is going out. And is Ragu, Cassius Ragu, at running back. Doing it by committee so far tonight. Healy under pressure. Healy gets away from one. Healy gets away from a second. He's going to be brought down, though, short of the 35-yard line. They're going to put him down at the 34. That was a more exciting run than it was productive. They only got 3 yards out of that. It's not 4th and 36, I know that. So it's on the scoreboard. It's 4th and 10. Now, Patterson is there, so it looks like they're certainly not going to be thinking about a field goal. They're not. They're thinking about punting this. Back deep for Wilsonville has been Weepert. Weepert will back it up, take a fair catch, and they'll let it go into the end zone, where it'll become 1st and 10 for Wilsonville. So North Medford was gifted. They weren't able to take advantage of the onside kick that didn't really work for the Wildcats and allowed them to start at their own 48-yard line. But still, no points. Here comes Wilsonville out on the field, and they're ready to go. No messing around here. Gloss at quarterback. We got dual running backs. Gloss is back to pass, though. Gloss finds lots of room to run. He's out to the 25. He's out to the 30. He's out to the 40. He's down the strike lines. There's nobody that can stop him. He's at the 50. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, forget the passing, huh? Let's just do it with legs. 80 yards. That's electrifying. That comes with 7:47 to go here in the first. On to try the extra point now for Wilsonville. It's up and it's good. Kicking that through was Hayden Fish. Well, on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's pretty quick now. It's Wilsonville 7, North Medford nothing on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back here at Spiegelberg Stadium and on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Wilsonville has the touchdown lead. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Here's Wilsonville kicking it off. This time they send it deep. Castillo will grab it at about the 4-yard line. He's out to the 15 right now, and he's going to be upended before he can get to the 20-yard line. They're going to say that this time North Medford will start at the 18-yard line. We would like to say thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's coverage possible. That includes the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. They are your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. They are also our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore. We'll see if they can, North Medford can answer quickly here on their own. I guess I should write all that information down too, shouldn't I? There's a run up the middle, and we'll get there in just a second. That was Healy on the run. He gets 7. Second, they're going to give him 8 now. I'm all for the extra yardage. 2nd and 2. Give it to Castillo. Castillo's around the left side. He's at the 30, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds. This official over here is saying the 33-yard line. The gain is 7 by Castillo. And a first down. This time, Castillo split out, and Valua is back there. They're going to pass it off, though. And they're not going to get much out of that. It looks like that was Valua on the catch. Healy rolling out to his right, stops. He's going to get sacked. Nope, he's going to take off. He's got space now, and he's got a blocker. He's out to the 40. He's out to the 45. He's out near the 50-yard line. And I think they're going to put him down at the 49. That's still a nice 13-yard run by Traeger Healy. Right now, both quarterbacks are the leading rushers for their ball club. Of course, Wilsonville has only run one play. Sid Patterson in motion. They're going to give it off to him. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. Dropped at the 44-yard line, or right there about. Yep, 44-yard line. Give him a gain of 5. The scoreboard says 7. I'm easy to get along with. I want a Christmas card. So we just get along easily here. 2nd and 3. 5.5 to go. First period. They're out at the 39-yard line. Or make that the 44-yard line. Giving them progress that they haven't even made yet. From the 44. Ely back to fire. One more time. Rolling, scrambling. Fires this one deep. Got a man out there. Tipped away. Had a couple of players out there. But Wilsonville also had a couple of players out there, and they were able to bat it down. Ely so far 2 of 4 for 11 yards here in the first period. It remains 3rd and 3. Castillo remains the running back. Give it to Ely's going to keep it this time, but he isn't going to get a whole lot out of that. They're saying down to the 42-yard line, so Healy will get 2 out of it, and that leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now this time they're not thinking about punting. You'd imagine that they're going to give it to Castillo. And what do we have? We got timeout, North Medford. Well, that didn't look like it was working out that well anyway. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Brothers supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there's no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. North Medford faced with a 4th and 1 at their own 42-yard line. 4:26 to go. As you can see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, already down a touchdown. Took Wilsonville exactly 1 play to make that happen. Just so you know, your eyes aren't doing anything weird. I'm going to just move the scoreboard. I was going to wait, but maybe I'll just do it right here while I got a second. There we go. Give you a little more of the field. All right, they are going to punt it away. Not going for it. Patterson back in punt formation. Nope, he's going to try and throw it, and he's got to complete. That'll be a 1st down. As he gets that out to Ragu. Back up here and figure this one out. That they were at about a 12-yard gain there. This is where the stats start to become unofficial. You get to doing other things, and all of a sudden they go and do something like that to you. Here's Healy. He gives it, he fakes it to Patterson, but he spins out of the tackle, and he'll move it forward down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Tell you what, one thing North Medford's done is they've kept the ball. They started out on their own 18-yard line. They've kept it. They've driven down to the 32-yard line so far. They right now are barely within Patterson's field goal range. A few more yards would make it a whole lot more comfortable. Healy back to pass. He looks over to the middle. He's got it complete. That's to Liam Ray. Nope, they're calling it incomplete. Third and 8. Ray had the first down too. Didn't hold on to it. Once he had it, Ray is split way out there again to the left side of the formation. Castillo with Healy. Healy rolling that direction. He'll throw just before he gets hit. That's incomplete. Well, I don't think he's trying a 49-yarder. Which is about what it would be. But Patterson is in there. Here comes Healy back. Nope, they're not going to try that. They're going to go for it. On 4th and 8. From the Wilsonville 32-yard line. The receivers, the 3 of them, are out to the left side. Healy back to pass. He's under pressure one more time. He's just going to launch this one. It's going to be incomplete. And the Wildcats have held. Good drive. Unfortunately, no points. And Wilsonville will take over with 2:38 to go here in period number 1. They've ran exactly one play. Bloss is back in at quarterback. Kialoha is in running back. Bloss is back to pass. He's got it out on a screen. They get him out to the 35, out near the 40. They're going to say the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Second and 1. That was to Tam, by the way, that completion. In motion again. Now we'll stop. Give it to Kialoha. Kialoha fighting for the first down. He's not going to get there. They're going to put him down at no gain. Still 3rd and 1. Now the defense has to come up strong. You have Valua out there, one of the leaders in the state. It tackles for loss. Let's see if he can get one. Loss giving it off to Kialoha. Kialoha stops, fakes one man out of his shoes. Can't fake the next one out of his shoes as he gets it down to the 47-yard line of North Medford. Gain of 12. So on 3rd and 1, the Wildcats convert. Looking maybe to do it again. Gloss will keep it. Gloss is wrapped up. Soa gets to him. Put him back at the 48-yard line. That's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. I don't think Wilsonville's going to run another play. But 9 seconds to go. They're being pretty slow about it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They're not forced to run one. There it is. That's the end of one. At the end of one on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's Wilsonville 7, North Medford nothing. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back to Spiegelberg Stadium. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. Wilsonville takes over. They have a 2nd and 11. They're on the North Medford 48-yard lines as we switch into the fields. False start. Yep. That's exactly what we're going to get. I'll back this up 5. It'll become 2nd and 16. Back to the 47-yard line. Not sure which set of coaches we have. I think the Wilsonville coaches are down on the far side, so I think it's North Medford right next to us. Don't hold me to that. I didn't look to see who was there this week, but I believe that's whose home team is usually right next to us. Going to give this off? No. Going to run it around the end and pile down hard. Tam was trying to get there, but you can forget that, as coming in hard was Ray. He lost 8. Ray would have none of it. 3rd and 20. Back at the 42-yard line now. Gloss back to pass. He's going to fire. He's got a man out there, incomplete. I was trying to hook up with Carly on that one. Couldn't get it done. So now at 4th and 20, the Wildcats will punt this one away. It looks like it's Ben Weepert. We'll do the punting. Back for North Medford, Cayman Ragu. A couple of Ragus on the North Medford squad. They'll just let this one bounce. It's going to take a bit of a Wilsonville roll and stop down at the 26-yard line. Fans Road Credit Union is your partner in your financial journey and is proud to partner with Table Rock Sports each year to bring you coverage of your favorite teams. And we'd like to say thank you to Avista Utilities in Southern Oregon for over 15 years in support of our local sports coverage. 1st and 10 for the North Medford Black Tornado from their own 26-yard line. 11:03 to go, second period. And they trail 7-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Castillo, well, he's not quite lining up. Now he's lining up as one of the running backs. And they got Valua. But Healy's back to pass. Fires it out to Castillo. Castillo is out across the 30-yard line. Out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 8 on that pass. That's the first reception for Castillo. They're going to give it off this time. Everybody yelled pass, but Castillo has it in his hands across the 40. See if they put him down. They're going to put him at the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 for Castillo. Turned out to be a pleasant night here in the Southern Oregon area for those of you that may be listening elsewhere. It threatened to rain a little bit earlier this afternoon, never really did it. Then the skies broke and cleared up, and it's really kind of a nice football evening. Not real cold, not real warm for once down here in the Rogue Valley. We're at that time of year where down here in the Rogue Valley we have a little trouble figuring out what kind of weather we want, so we just have it all in one day. Castillo in motion again. Healy looking. This time he's going deep. He's got a man out there. It's incomplete. Smalley got hands on it, but couldn't bring it in. Second and 10. Valua heads to the sidelines, so going to play with one running back now. That'll be Castillo. As with 2nd and 10, the Black Tornado pretty much put themselves in a, well, you would think a must-pass situation, but you never know. Pull it back. Healy under pressure. Gets away from one. Fires this one long again. Got a man out there. Do they have the catch? They do. They say it's a catch down at the 23-yard line. 24-yard line. So it's about a 29-yard pass right there. This time they do hand it off to Patterson. Patterson looking for space. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Driven out of bounds. Patterson with a gain of about 10 on that one and a first down. So now from the 12-yard line, North Medford driving again, looking to tie this up. Healy back to pass. Healy looking. Healy's going to take off. Healy's going to get to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3. Well, they make it the 8-yard line in the end, so they give him 1 more yard. 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line. North Medford can get a first down. So getting to the 1 isn't quite the disaster that it normally is. Split way out to the other side, all by his lonesome. Looks like Valua. That doesn't make a difference. They're going to give it to Patterson. Patterson's going to fire it into the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to bring that one in was Christian Ledesma. Couldn't quite do it. 3rd and 6. Caden Pedersen coming in with the play. Going way out the other side now is Ledesma. And Healy right up the middle. Healy spins. He fumbles the ball. Who's on it? Wilsonville has recovered at the 4-yard line, it looks like. Healy will get credit for a couple of yards there rushing. But the fumble offsets the good feelings. Wilsonville gets it at the North Medford 4-yard line. First and 10, 7:44 to go too in the period. So there's a ways to go if Wilsonville can get a, there goes Tam in motion. They fake it to him, but they give it off to Kealoha. And Kealoha will take it out to the 8-yard line, which would be about a gain of 4 yards. Second and 6. As I mentioned, Trevor Gloss isn't going to necessarily throw it super deep. Coming in, by the way, is Ben Weepard. Weepard will be in the slot. Now they'll move everybody out. Gloss back to pass. He's in the end zone. He throws it underneath to Kealoha. Kealoha's at the 15. Kealoha's at the 20. Kealoha's got a block. He's out to the 30. And he's going to dance out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That's where they're standing right there. Gain of 22. I got Wilsonville out of the danger part of the football field, way back by their own end zone. There's Gloss again. He's firing deep, incomplete. He was looking for Tam. Didn't get it there. So just after Coach Gunther says that Gloss doesn't throw deep very often, my goodness, all he's done is take shots downfield. Throwing a number of them. In fact, the ones he has thrown under, he has completed, but he's throwing too deep, and those have both been incompletions. So you got Tam, Weepert. I'm going to grab the last number of the receivers over here. The Gloss back to pass. He's looking this direction. He's got a man there. That's Tam. Tam's at the 40. Tam's at the 30. Tam's at the 20. Tam's at the 10. Tam is into the end zone. A 70-yard touchdown. Mr. Gloss has accounted for 2 touchdowns tonight, 1 rushing and now 1 throwing. And Wilsonville has a 13-0 lead. Looking for the extra point. It is good. And now on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's Wilsonville 14, North Medford nothing. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents,
community members,
anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night here on TableRockSports.net. 2-touchdown lead now for the Wilson Wildcats, the number 4 ranked team by the OSAA in the 5A classification. This is going to be taken at the 15. Looking for space is Patterson. Patterson will find none. He will be brought down at the 12-yard line. And the Wildcats will have a long field again. 88 yards this time. Got it down to the 4-yard line and fumbled it away. The first time up, or the second time, first time on their first drive back in the fourth quarter, at a 4th and 1, couldn't get it. Let's see what they do this time. Healy is going to take, he's going to give it off to Patterson, and Patterson isn't going to get anywhere. Patterson's going to get maybe a yard. That's what the scoreboard says, so we'll give Patterson that yard. And it's 2nd and 9. North Medford does have all of their timeouts left as we get below 5.5 here. They seem to not be in too much of a hurry at this point in the second period. Hand is up for the back judge. There, Healy gets it off. He gives it off to, nope. Healy's gonna be swarmed under. Put him down, and it looks like at the 3. That's where it's at. It's going to be 3rd and 19. Yeah. Healy lost 10 on that one. 3rd and 19 now from the 3-yard line for the Black Tornado. They were fortunate to avoid a safety. And now they're in some kind of serious trouble as Wilsonville is putting a lot of pressure. They're blitzing more than they're worrying about the completion of the pass right now. Hands up. Healy's got to do something. They're going to get a flag. Nope, he got it off just in time. This one, he launches it deep. There's a receiver out there. It's almost intercepted. Simona almost pulled that one down out of the air. Well, they'll do it one more time, but they got 4th and 19. They're going to put Patterson way back there in the end zone. He's about as deep in the end zone as you can get without being out of it. Cannot mess this up. You know Wilsonville is coming. There's a snap. Got it off. It's end over end. Going to be taken at about the 40-yard line. Down to the 35. Down to the 30. Down inside the 20-yard line goes Weepert. The ball is out. And they're going to say there's also a flag down. They're going to say it's Wilsonville ball, but there's a flag down. Long discussion here by the officials. Wilsonville looking somewhat disappointed. The flag is down about where the tackle was made. They got the ball right at the 20-yard line. It's against North Medford. Face mask. That puts it at the 15-yard line. Oh my. 3:53 to go in the half. And Wilsonville has been handed a gift. A good punt return by Weepert. Face mask by North Medford puts it down at the 15-yard line. Gloss hands it off to the first person. He's only back, actually. I didn't say the first person through, but it was his only back. That's Molitori. Molitori will get nothing out of that. He stays right at the 15-yard line. I have to get my scorebook on the right page here. Back to pass goes Gloss. He fires out the flat. Who tipped? But his own player ended up with it. And they'll wrestle him down. Now the official says at the 8-yard line. That'd be a gain of 7. That might have been Carly that caught that pass. Not sure about that, but I'm going to give him credit anyway. He needs a catch for the night. Going to give it up. Yeah, it's not going to do anything right there. That'll get 5 yards for Brock Taylor. Oops, excuse me there. Got to keep track of my microphone. 5 for Taylor. Now I think Kealoha is in. Indeed. Loss. Back to pass. Fires. End zone. Picked off. No, he stepped out of bounds. Doesn't make any difference. Patterson picks it off. He stepped out of bounds, clear back at the 8-yard line, but you'll take the pick. So from the 8-yard line now, 92 yards away, and a minute and a half to go. North Medford starts it trailing by 2 touchdowns. They have all 3 timeouts. Healy. He's going to hand this one off. Castillo looking for room. He's out to the 20-yard line, and he's across the 20. That's a 14-yard carry the way it's looking right now. Indeed, for Mr. Castillo. Trying to run it again, but this is going to not work out this time. Castillo brought down back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6. North Medford wants a timeout. We'll do a little bookwork here before we get there. We would like to say thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon for 30 years of sponsorship of Table Rock Sports. They are great community partners. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. And we welcome back Lippert's Carpet One of Medford and Grants Pass, State Farm Agent Rory Wold of Medford, and Crater Car Wash in the Rogue Valley. We thank you for partnering with Table Rock Sports again in 2025. They are 3 great additions to our sponsor roster. Well, it's a long ways to go. All right, now North Medford, after starting at their own 8-yard line, have at least a little breathing room out to the 16. Unfortunately, it's 2nd and 16. So they just keep complicating things tonight. One good play, one bad play. This time they give it off to Patterson. Patterson finds space. He's out to the 20. He's going to be dumped, though, before he gets to the 25, although it looks like the official's going to give him the 25-yard line. If they do, that'll be a gain of 9 for Mr. Patterson. Third and 8. And now we have a timeout the other way with 49.4 seconds to go. Wilsonville is out of timeouts. North Medford has one available. I missed my chair. Whoa, all right, all is well. My chair wasn't quite where I thought it was. It will be. I'll pull it over. North Medford was going to try it here. A long ways to go, 3rd and 8. They've been in 3rd and long a lot tonight. Haley back to pass. He's got it complete. That's complete out to Harris. Haley's going to be swarmed under again. This time they just let the clock run out. Back to the 27-yard line. Loss of 7 on that one. And that gets us to halftime. So at halftime, we will take a look at what's going on with the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. We'll be back with that right after this. 14-0 our score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. Did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the fall program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Well, we'll go through the scoring. Not a whole lot to go through on this one tonight. Wilsonville has them both. They scored in the first quarter after North Medford had taken the opening kickoff and driven it down to the Wilson side of the field. They had to punt. Went out of the end zone. Wilsonville took it at the 20-yard line. And the first thing that happened, well, what happened was that Trevor Gloss took off 80 yards. And he scored a touchdown. The extra point was good. It was 7-0. It was in the second quarter that Wilsonville got back on the scoreboard again as Trevor Gloss hooked up with Keona Tam for a 70-yard pass. The extra point was good. It was 14-0. It was interesting to note that in talking to Coach Gunther before the ball game tonight, he was talking about how last week Trevor Gloss hadn't thrown a pass over 20 yards. And you're looking down on the field, I might just let you know it's Pink Cancer Awareness Night here at North Medford High School. And while we're at it, we'll tell you that it has a special meaning to this high school. It was over the summer. They lost one of their own to cancer. And so this battle against cancer has great meaning to North Medford High School, especially tonight, as they put a special emphasis on that. But Coach Gunther had said that Trevor Gloss had not thrown a pass over 20 yards last week. He went 23 for 29, completed a little over 79% of his passes, and he just said, well, he just doesn't throw deep a lot, doesn't show off his arm strength. So what do we get? We get a 70-yard pass, which, by the way, the ball went through the air a far more than just 20 yards. When we come back, we'll take a look at stats, unofficial though they may be, as you're listening to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Here's a good-looking pizza, guaranteed to bring some smiles. And right now, it's on sale, so it's good for your wallet, too. This giant is loaded with toppings and can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. Only at Abby's Legendary Pizza.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Karastep carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's a 14-0 lead for the visiting Wilson Wildcats over the North Medford Black Tornado, who are looking for their first win, playing at least decently tonight against what is the number 4 ranked team in the OSAA rankings in the 5A classification. I asked the coaches, I was trying to figure out if these two teams had ever met before, and the coaches said, nope, we've never played North Medford until tonight, so this is their first meeting. They did mention that they had been down here a few years ago, and they played South Medford twice, once here and once up there. And I said, how did that go? And they said 2 words, Chad Coda. That's all they had to say. And one of the coaches was a player in that game, and he said he had to cover Chad Coda a couple of times. He's like, they looked up at him. He said, they were told before the game started in the practices up there that he was big, but he said he was really big. So there you go. That's the Wilsonville story in playing Medford teams as far as that goes. Here's some stats for Wilsonville. Trevor Gloss has 79 yards rushing and 1 touchdown, that 80-yard touchdown. I got to lean up here. Roman Kialoa has 16 yards on 3 carries. Tam, I get a first name here in a moment. Keona Tam, 1 carry for -8. Riddick Molatori had 1 carry, went absolutely nowhere. and Brock Taylor had 1 carry for 5 yards. Meanwhile, Trevor Gloss in the passing department has 108 yards and an interception and a touchdown in there. He has thrown the ball 7 times and completed 5 of those 7. As far as receiving goes, Keona Tam is the leading receiver with 79 yards. That one is because he also has a touchdown tonight on the receiving end. So give him 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, for North Medford, they're led in rushing by Joe Castillo, who has 29 yards. Trevor Healy has 16. He was right up there with the rushing leaders until I got sacked a couple of times. Cade Patterson has 27 yards, and Samson Valua is -1 at the moment. In passing, I have Trevor Healy down for 56 yards. He's only completed 4 out of 12, so he's 5 for 12. 5 for 12 here in the first half. Cade Patterson threw 2 passes, completed 1 for 12 yards. The leading receiver is, move up here again, Cayman Ragu with 29 yards. Otherwise, people haven't, the receivers haven't really been able to get a whole lot of yardage following the catch. So that's the way things kind of look there. When we come back, we will wander around a little bit and see what else is going on in the conference. You're listening to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Spiegelberg Stadium, the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. It's the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what else is going on in Special District Conference 1, no longer called the Southwest Conference, in football. South Medford is at Grants Pass, and we'll tell you after taking a quick check at the Table Rock Sports website. It's 7-7 at halftime there. Willamette at West Salem, that's probably the best game right now in the conference, at least the most meaningful tonight. North Salem is at Sheldon. Sheldon trying to put their season back together after losing the first 2. Seemingly have found their footing again. And South Salem is taking on Sprague. We'll also tell you that stepping away from this conference, that Cascade Christian is defeating Klamath Union 35-0 at halftime. We are back with the second half right after this on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Karastep carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
The Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex for open swim, drop-in sports, and sports leagues. And you can see the events taking place at RogueXMedford.com, showing the fun at the Rogue X. We should probably fix the scoreboard to reflect what we're actually going to be doing, which is starting the third quarter here. Now they put another 3 minutes up on the board, so we got a little more time to kill here. I was thinking they'd already put the 3 minutes up, but they're just now doing that. But that does give us a chance to tell you that at least this announcer is having an interesting experience. Is next week headed off to Silverton to see the number 2 team in the 5A classification. That's not where North Medford's going. They're headed to Willamette High School to test their fortunes against the Wolverines. But that's where I'm headed to, is up to Silverton. So that'll be an interesting experience. Right now, Wilsonville looking like they're a pretty good ball club at the 5A level. We'll see how well they can keep it together here in the second half. And that's what comes up next, right here on TableRockSports.net.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $18 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $18 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. We are ready for quarter number 4. We may be more ready than the players and the coaches are down on the field. They're still in their respective end zones. Not quite ready to get it on yet. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. They're locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. And you can discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. You can enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at twincreeksretirement.com. Wilsonville will receive the ball to begin the second half. And as we flip sides of the fields, we'll be back to where we were originally. Going back deep for the Wildcats is Weepert. I'll take that back. No, not Weepert. Carly and Tam. Kicking it off will be Patterson. Patterson approaches, and off we go. Weepert will take this one in the end zone, touchback. This is not professional football where you get to decide whether you want to run it out of the end zone or not. It's a touchback in high school. 20-yard line. Gloss back out at quarterback. And Molitori is at running back. Fake it to Molitori. Go out there to Tam. Tam drops the ball. Incomplete. Had it set up. Tam just dropped it. No other way to even describe that one. Molitori stays in at running back. They fake it to him. Gloss under pressure. Now he takes off. He gets around one. He's going to finally be swarmed under out at the 32-yard line. But that'll be a gain of 12 and a first down. Approaching, Trevor Gloss is approaching 100 yards rushing.
Wide pot, wide pot.
Out of the 32. Wilsonville tries to drive. Gloss back to pass again. That one's complete, but not going very far. Did I say they were at the 32? They were at the 28. Now they're out of the 30, so that was a 3-yard pass that time. Out at the 30-yard line now. They were actually at the 27. I don't know why I said 32. Give it off to Tam. Tam looking to go somewhere. He finally gets to the 35-yard line. But again, that's just a short gain that time. Only the third night of the catch for Tam in spite of the gaudy yardage that he has. 2nd and 5. Gloss, he's got a man open, and down the sideline goes Molitori. Molitori Gets it to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 12 right there.
Watch back out weak!
Gloss back to pass. Under pressure. Gets away. Under pressure again. Gets away a second time. Now he's just going to tuck it. Now he'll flip it. He gets it out to Kealoha. And Kealoha gets it back out to the 41-yard line. And all of that, it's a loss of 1. Well, he saved the sack, which would have been like 12 or 13 yards, so that's probably not all bad. Gloss back to pass again. Takes off. He's going to get tackled from behind. Down at the 31-yard line, 36-yard line. Loss of 5. Third and 16. Things not going the right direction right now for the Wildcats. Weepert is way out there on the other far side. 2 more receivers there. Kealoha in the backfield with Gloss. Now he begins to move. He'll come up, he'll stop. Gloss, back to pass. Incomplete. Incomplete. A flag.
Behind the line of scrimmage! It's behind the line!
Wilsonville saying it's behind the line of scrimmage. Didn't make any difference. It's an incomplete pass. They didn't make. They pick up the flag. Wilsonville will have to punt. Yeah, a lot of shouting on that one. Weepert in to punt it. And back for North Medford, Cayman Ragu. Weepert boots it. Ragu takes it at the 30. Won't get much further. They'll give him progress out to the 32-yard line. So from the 32, they'll get going again here. Check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the A Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, and streaming live at the asportsradio.com. 5 live NFL games per week, along with NCAA and SOU football action. Weekdays, it's the Rich Eisen Show, our weekday local show, Tee It Up Southern Oregon with Joe Brett and John Canzano's Bald-Faced Truth. It's the A Sports Radio. Everybody in motion. Healy left alone, going right down the middle, and not getting a whole lot out of that one is Ray. He gets it out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 7. And 2nd and 3. Give it to Castile. Castile looking to get outside and then turns it up. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. He's into Wilsonville territory. At the the 49-yard line. Oh, we got a flag. Hold on. We have a flag. It's against Wilsonville. A 5-yard penalty takes it down to the 42-yard line. Oh. Here's Castillo. There's a flag. Castillo's clear down to the 30-yard line. That should be 12-yard gain, but we have a flag. I think we're going to get a hold out here. That's the line of scrimmage. You're going to wipe the play out. Now they move it back to the 49-yard line. There's a run around the end. Can't get anywhere. Tiovanu. No, that's not right. Cassius Ragu takes it from the 49 out to the 48-yard line, so that's a gain of 3. Ragu's first carry of the night. Leaves North Medford with 2nd and 16. Here's Healy with it. Healy right up the middle, but not going very far. He stopped at the 44-yard line. Third and 12. 4:48 to go. Getting down there. 1.5 of the quarter gone. North Medford needs to score, one would think, on this drive. Healy. Back to pass. Looking. Oh, he's going to get sacked. Wilsonville's all over him. I'm going to say he's in the grasp. Back at the 47-yard line. A loss of 9 for Healy. Punting time for North Medford. There's a good running boot that time. That's going to get over everybody's head, but it's going to go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. .321 to go, 14-0, and right now North Medford's not getting much going, but I wouldn't say that Wilsonville has a lot going either. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar. to find out what's going on. Gloss from the shotgun. Looking. Now he's going to take off. He gets away from one. There's a flag. He glosses out to the 20, 25. He's going to step out of bounds near the 35-yard line. But we have a flag way back at the line of scrimmage. If this isn't holding, it would be surprising. Holding. Yep, Wilsonville. That'll back it up 10 yards. Half the distance to the goal. Puts it down about the 7-yard line now. We'll do first down again. It was a good run by Gloss, but negated by that holding penalty. This time they gave it to Tam. Tam looking for somewhere to go. Tam isn't going to find any space. They're going to put Tam right back down at the 7-yard line. Tam hasn't had a lot of good fortune running the football tonight. Gloss will try it again from the 7-yard line. Back to pass. Looking, fires, complete. Out to the 24-yard line. A gain of 17. As that pass goes to Molatare. Up to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. They give it off this time. Here comes Kealoha. And Kealoha is finally bumped out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to put it at. At the 37-yard line. Gain of 13 for Kealoha. So with 2:14, 2:13 to go, Wilsonville's on the drive here in the third period. They've scored in each of them. And whistles. No, sounded like whistles. Everybody stopped, except the one that had the ball. That was Tam. Tam gets a couple of yards out of it. Well, they're going to say, yeah, there we go. Thought my eyes were deceiving me for a moment. 2nd and 8. They got out to the 36-yard line. Tam didn't get very far with that one. Gloss, back to pass. Picked off. That's going to be the second interception of the ninth. The down inside the 30 to about the 20-yard line. Picking it off. Cayman Ragu. That's the second interception Gloss is throwing. He can be interception prone. He's throwing for, well, now with tonight, 13 touchdowns. But he has, I believe now, without looking it up, I believe that's like his 6th interception of the season. 1:21 to go. And North Medford has it at their at the Wilsonville 21-yard line. Again, great field position. But can they do anything with it? So far, the answer tonight to that is no. Castillo and Valua in the backfield with Healy. Healy gives it to Valua, who then pitches it off to Patterson. Patterson's at the 20. Patterson's at the 15. Patterson's out of bounds. Patterson's out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Gain of 8 for Patterson. Oh. While I'm doing all that math, there they are, backing him up 10 yards. A holding call. 1st and 20. Get the 8-yard run. Those things hurt. Now only Castillo in the backfield. Healy back to pass. He's going to find some space. He's going to take it himself. He's down to the 25, trying to get to the 20-yard line. Cannot get to the 20-yard line as the quarter begins to run out. He does get down to the 21. Healy will get a gain of 10 on that one. "24 seconds to go. And 2nd down for North Medford. Trying to punch one into the end zone and add to the Road Credit Union touchdown club total to Castillo. Castillo moves off a 20-yard line, and that'll end the quarter, and that's only going to be good for about 1 yard. We're through 3 here at Spiegelberg Stadium and on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It remains Wilsonville 14, North Medford nothing. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Welcome back to the start of the 4th quarter on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Can North Medford get it in? They are at the 20-yard line. 3rd and 9. Healy rolls, fires, complete. No. Should be a completion to Smalley. They say he was out of bounds. That was relatively close. Now you have 4th and 9. Not thinking about punting now. It's to the end zone. No field goals, no nothing. 11:53 to go. 7 seconds have run off the clock here in the fourth quarter. North Medford back to pass. Healy launching for the end zone. The only person there is the official. And he's not catching it. Last week, Trevor Healy had 210 yards passing against West Salem. As he had a great ball game. Right now, I've only got him for 78 yards. So Wilsonville is playing some kind of pass defense tonight. A little rough for North Medford to do much, but Wilsonville hasn't exactly caused the scoreboard to feel threatened that it would run out of light bulbs either. Loss. Back to pass. He's got it complete. Spinning away. And getting out to the 32-yard line is Molitari. This time they just hand it off. Working one's way ahead for, I say no gain. Put it right back at the 33. Second and 10. Back to pass goes Gloss. Ooh, sorry about that. Fired it right over the middle. That's Molitari again. This time he gets about a yard. Put it out to 34. He only gets a yard out of that. Loss. Looking for the ball. Running for his life. Fires it out there. Got a man out there. There's a flag. Down to the 50. Down to the 40. And finally going to be driven down. Brock Taylor. Probably not going to matter though. Yep, there's the hold signal. So this will be holding. We can just bring this one right back. Wilsonville. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. A replay third down. Boy, they had that too. Taylor was clear down to the North Medford 30-yard line before Cayman Ragu caught up with him. Won't forget all about that. Let's make it 3rd and 19 back at the 24-yard line for Wilsonville. They too have a habit tonight of doing themselves in. Brock Taylor in the backfield one more time with Gloss. That's how it worked the first time. See if they go back to it. Not so much. Gloss is just going to fire this one deep. He's got Weepert out there, incomplete. That means that Weepert is going to be punting this one away. Cayman Ragu deep for North Medford. Looks like they're bringing everybody. It doesn't look like they're setting up for a return at all. Well, that'd be North Medford. And they were bringing everybody. Ragu will just get away from it. And getting on it will be Carly. But that's at the North Medford 47-yard line. That's where they're starting. 1st and 10 for North Medford at the 47-yard line. And again, great field position for the Black Tornado. They just haven't been able to punch it in. Well, next week, North Medford's off to play Willamette. Yes, those Willamette Wolverines that have been very, very good this year. Playing Sheldon tonight. There's Patterson. Patterson's around the 45. He jumps and gets to the 50, bumped out of bounds at the 49-yard line, it looks like. A gain of 4. Sheldon is playing, or is hosting Willamette tonight. I don't know that that's considered the big-time game. Well, no, I take that back. They're not hosting. Willamette is at South Salem, I believe it is. I'll have to go over there and look at my pad. Here's Healy, back to pass. Trying to find Patterson, cannot. There's going to be pass interference. Yeah, Willamette's hosting West Salem. That's probably one of the great intrigues of this week, tonight's ball games. The other would know in the conference is North Salem and Sheldon. North Salem certainly has the potential to defeat Sheldon. Sheldon trying to upright the ship after losing a couple. That takes it clear down to the 34-yard line. Once again, North Medford has a chance. They're in good field position with 8:12 to go in the ball game, and they trail by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can find some magic here. Healy has a man in motion. Claps, gives it to Castillo. Castillo finds room at the 30, breaks a tackle to the 25, takes everybody with him inside the 20-yard line down to the 17. If that stands up, that's a 17-yard gain for Castillo. First and 10 at the 18-yard line. Give it to Castillo again. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's bumped out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. One official over there standing at the 2. That'd be a 16-yard gain for Joe Castillo. And now it's first and goal at the 2-yard line for the North Medford Black Tornado. They've been inside the 5 once before, fumbled it away. Not that they want to recall that, but that's what happened. Turnovers have been a killer. This is off of a turnover. Give it to Castillo. Nope, Healy's going to keep it. Healy's into the end zone. Touchdown, North Medford on the 2-yard rush by Healy. Patterson on to try the extra point. They messed up the snap and it's all over. Incomplete pass. So it's going to stay 14-6 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott. They have offices, if I could say it, at Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It's that time of year again. Time for our huge truckload and meat bonanza at Food for Less. Choose from Chairman's Reserve beef and pork, like in the bag New Yorks, tri-tips, boneless pork loins, and bone-in pork shoulder butts. And we also cut it just the way you want for free. Look for all your bonanza savings on our Facebook and Sherm's Thunderbird website. So remember, always shop at our bonanzas and save.
Now's your chance to stock up for fall with Sherm's annual sale now through October 14th. Save on many items including canned goods, juice, pasta, and more. Grab a whole case of essential everyday canned corn or beans for $16.98. That's just 70 cents per can. Campbell's tomato or chicken noodle soup, only $25.98, just $1.08 per can. Or Hunt's spaghetti sauce, $11.48, a low price of 96 cents per can. Stock up for fall with the Sherm's Case Goods sale at all Sherm's stores.
So with 7:35 to go in the game, now on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's 14-7 in favor of Wilsonville. And North Medford to kick this one off. It's up. Tam will take it on a bounce. He'll get it out to the 10, the 15. He's coming around the side. He's looking for room. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's going to step out of bounds. There's a flag. Block in the back, quite possibly. Flag was flowing and throwing at the 36-yard line. A lot of pointing. See where we're going to do this from. We're going to actually do it from the 42-yard line, holding. Ooh, North Medford. Whoa. That's a 10-yard penalty on the Black Tornado. That moves it down to the 48-yard line. At the 48-yard line, Wilsonville will start in. And Taylor in the backfield again with Gloss, who's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. Looking for Tam. I know, we told you on the pregame that they didn't throw over 20 yards too many times. They've sure done a lot of it tonight, haven't they? I wouldn't say successfully either. Gloss, one more time. Gonna hand it off to Molatari. Molatari is not going to go very far. Molatari is going to get nothing. Going to put him right back at the 48-yard line. Molatari has 3 carries for 0 yards. Now they switch up. They're going to bring Taylor into the ball game. Gloss back to pass, looking deep again, looking for Weepert, incomplete. 4th and 10. And Weeper will line up to punt this one away. Ragu back deep. It's Cayman Ragu. That's going to go out of bounds. Short of the 15. Going to put it at the 17-yard line. No flags this time. Well, North Medford still has a chance to tie this up. Winning it without going to overtime might be a little more of a challenge, but they have the chance to at least tie it. 6:29 to go. They start at their own 17-yard line. They have moved the ball somewhat effectively tonight. But on this drive, can't have any mistakes. Really, penalties are going to have to be non-existent or they will hurt you on this one. It may be the final opportunity to tie it up. Have to get 8 points to do so. Healy back in the shotgun formation. He will hand it off as Castillo. No, Healy will keep it. Healy will get out to the 3-yard or the 20-yard line. Gain of 3. Healy's ran the ball 13 times. This guy was a flag. Bag that. Oh, 3-yard gain doesn't matter. Half the distance to the goal makes it 1st and 17 back at the 8-yard line. Well, we just said you can't have penalties. Those would be really damaging. There was a penalty on the first play. Now you got to make up for it. Castillo at the 10. Castillo does not make the 15. He makes it out to about the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Second and 15. Long ways to go here. Doesn't seem to be any great rush on North Medford's part. 5:13 to go, clock moving. Healy back to pass again. He's going to be in trouble. He gets it off there. And that's going to get not much. Out to the 14-yard line to Cade Peterson. That's a gain of a couple. We're going to say that was better than a sack, is what we'll say there. Castillo one more time, the running back. Healy looking. Finally firing it deep, incomplete. And no pass interference. Third. 4th and 13. 4th and 13. Guess you really have no choice here. You're going to punt this thing away. You're back on your own 14-yard line. Peterson in punt formation right there at the goal line. It's off. And Wilson will let it roll, and he'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Wilsonville, let's see, the 4:01 to go. They could conceivably run the clock out if they choose to. And if they get a few first downs here, they're probably going to take up at least 2 first downs, maybe 3. They start at their own 43-yard line. Glass will pitch it. Getting it out around the 50. To the 45 and down to the 40-yard line goes Taylor. Make it to 41. He's not going to quite make the 40-yard line. 16-yard gain there for Taylor. Now nobody in the backfield. Oh, I take it back. There he is, Taylor. Lining up late behind Gloss. I'm going to give it to Taylor. Taylor's at the 40, 35, the 30, inside the 30 and pushed out of bounds. At the 28-yard line. Yeah, so just going to hand it to Taylor. Well, Taylor not anymore. Molatari is the deep back. Molatari will take it. And he'll get it across to the 25-yard line is what everybody says. That's his first positive carry of the night. Wilsonville really taking their time. We're down to 2:44 to go. All the timeouts are left on the board. Second and 7. There's a pass out to Molatari. Molatari gets around 1 and gets it down to the 23-yard line. There's a time. Oh, he's up and fine. And a timeout taken by Wilsonville, surprisingly enough. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Brothers supports the communities that support them, and for over 30 years, there is no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. At the 23-yard line as Wilsonville driving, but not really hustling along to put it into the end zone. Molinari will line up as the running back one more time. That's offsides. Oh, they're calling it on Wilsonville. Back them up 5 yards. I thought North Medford had possibly jumped across the line, but not so much. The ball is now at the North Medford 28-yard line. Third and 10. Gloss, rolling, incomplete. Trying to throw it right down the line, but essentially was trying to throw that one away. Fourth down. 4th and 10 at the 28 for Wilsonville with 2:06 to go in the game. Big stop coming up here for the Black Tornado if they can make it. And we have timeout. Wilsonville, as they want to talk about it one more time. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. Vans Road Credit Union, you know, that reminds me, well, here's what I should tell you because I forgot to tell you this, that the touchdown for North made the score 14-6, and the Tornado add $10 to their Road Credit Union Touchdown Club fund. So, I think we're at 90. But we'll see when the game is over. So here's a big one coming up for the North Medford Black Tornado. Big fourth down. Molinari is the running back. He's not the main concern, I wouldn't think. Tam has been the big concern here on passes. There's it back to pass, looking out to the left. Does he get it? He does. Carley gets it down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 9. That should leave him a yard short. Now he's at the 16-yard line. Excuse me. It's a gain of 12. Well, what's all the rumblings around going on here? $16. Yeah, that's a gain of 12. That's a first down. Now we're at 2 minutes. Give it off. And right up the middle goes Taylor to the 10-yard line. Gain of 6 by Taylor on that run. And a timeout. And this one is a North Medford timeout, as they need to figure out how to make a stop. 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line for Wilsonville. And the clock continues to roll. Fans Road Credit Union is your partner in your financial journey and is proud to partner with Table Rock Sports each year to bring you coverage of your favorite teams. And we also like to say thank you to Avista Utilities in Southern Oregon for over 15 years in support of our local sports coverage. Well, long time out. Thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon for 30 years of sponsorship of Table Rock Sports. They've been great community partners. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. 1st and 10. Actually, it's 1st and goal at the 10. For Wilsonville, Gloss backs up, handed off to Molitari. Molitari will take it to the 8-yard line. And we have another timeout. North Medford. So Molitari gets a gain of 2. Next week, on the road for North Medford as they take on the Willamette Wolverines. Meanwhile, for you Wilsonville fans, well, take a look at who you play next week. Maybe. Depends on how fast everything moves. Wilsonville, you will be playing at Canby, so you're on the road again. A terribly long road trip from Wilsonville to Canby. I say that living down here, not having to put up with your traffic problems. Although I'll be up there next week, battling your traffic problems. Here we go. Minute 49 to go, 2nd and 8. Or 3rd and 2, rather. Read all the right numbers. 3rd and 2. Give it to Molitari. Molitari is not going to get there. He may have even lost a yard. No, the official puts it right down at the 8. Molitari a gain of nothing. And Wilsonville taking their sweet time. They don't have any timeouts. So I don't know what they can take their time doing. It's 4th and 2. Are they going to take a delay of game? Nope. Timeout. Oh, they had 2 left. It's North Medford that's out of timeout. So Wilsonville has 1 more timeout there on the scoreboard. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. And let me see if I can very quickly squeeze 1 more in here. Wilsonville's up there ready to go. Long count. Gloss begins to act like maybe they're going to move, and timeout Wilsonville. Well, since I shorted him a few seconds, let's try it again and see if well, it's going to give me just the last few seconds here. To go. They're going to actually kick the field goal now after all of that. It's up and it's good. It's now Wilsonville 17. North Medford 6 with 1:01 to go in the ball game. So for you Wilson fans, we were talking a little bit about where you're going next, which of course is over to Canby. And Canby tonight is playing Aloha. Both of those clubs 2-2, so I guess you'll have to wait and find out like the rest of us what happens, but for all you Wilsonville Wildcat fans, you get a win tonight. First win over North Medford High School since this is the first meeting of these two clubs. Braden Arsenal, who just put the field goal through, kicks it off. Backing it up, taking it about the 6. Getting it out across to the 15, to the 20, out to the 26-yard line. That took a little time off the clock. 55 seconds. You really aren't catching up if you score a touchdown. Let's see if they can get one on the board. Healy to Patterson. Patterson out to the 35-yard line. Only the second catch for Patterson. That one. Patterson grabs that one. Out to the 44-yard line. Healy. Back to pass. You got the Patterson again, who runs out of bounds. This time at the Wilsonville 44. Gain of 14. Healy back to pass. Out again. This time it's Harris. And Harris takes him down to the 35-yard line. As now they're playing really fast. Healy going very long, incomplete. He was looking for Harris one more time. 15.4 from the 35-yard line. Healy back to pass, complete. Out to the (22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 13. And what do we have? Ball game. Nope. 0.1 second. We're going to release it on the snap. Healy back to pass. It's to the end zone. Everybody is there. Knocked away. So it's a final here on the old scoreboard, and Wilsonville wins by a 17 to 6 count. One touchdown for the Tornado tonight to add $50 to the Rogue Credit Union TD Club account. And through games now, North has earned, if that's the 9th one, they've earned $450. We would like to say thanks to Rogue Credit Union for doing that. We are back with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role. A post-game show. Visit travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better and to learn about your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Or recap scoring and take a look at some key stats. All of that coming up on the Know Your Role post-game show. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Wilsonville wins this one by 11. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $18 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $18 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
It's that time of year again. Time for our huge truckload and meat bonanza at Food for Less. Choose from Chairman's Reserve beef and pork, like in the bag New Yorks, tri-tips, boneless pork loins, and bone-in pork shoulder butts. And we also cut it just the way you want for free. Look for all your bonanza savings on our Facebook and Sherm's Thunderbird website. So remember, always shop at our bonanzas and save.
Now's your chance to stock up for fall with Sherm's annual sale now through October 14th. Save on many items including canned goods, juice, pasta, and more. Grab a whole case of essential everyday canned corn or beans for $16.98. That's just 70 cents per can. Campbell's tomato or chicken noodle soup, only $25.98, just $1.08 per can. Or Hunt's spaghetti sauce, $11.48, a low price of 96 cents per can. Stock up for fall with the Sherm's Case Goods sale at all Sherm stores.
Welcome back to the Know Your Role post-game show. As I'm trying to figure out how I got two different numbers. My father, who was an accountant, would not approve of the way I do this. I tell you that often, but let me do a little math here again, if I may. Well, we're close enough, I think. So here's the way it works out. At least for North Medford, they were led in rushing by Joe Castillo, who had 78 yards. Next up was Trigger Healy. Well, not really. Next up was Brady. I called him Cade. It's Brady Patterson, who had 31 yards. Cassius Ragu ended up with 3. Next in line, though, was Trigger Healy. He had 21 yards. And Samson Valua, ended up with -1. So roughly it was 79, 110, 113, about 112 yards maybe rushing. I wouldn't trust my stats on that, but that's about where it's at the moment. I have Trigger Healy. He threw 24 passes tonight. He completed 13 of those for about 125 yards. The leading receiver was Brady Patterson with 31 yards, by far and away, except for Ragu. Cayman Ragu had 29 yards on 1 catch. Meanwhile, for Wilsonville, which we have not added up yet, so we'll talk about them as we go along. Trevor Gloss had 86 yards rushing. 80 of it, though, was on the very first play of the game when he scored a touchdown. Roman Kealoha ended up with 29 yards. And I'm going to do a little math as we go along here and see if we can't have this done by the time we get down to the bottom. Tam, we'll get him there. Kanoa Tam, he had a rough night rushing. He had a -6, which will put them back to that. Riddick Molitori had added 5 yards. And Brock Taylor added 40 yards by our count, which would give Wilsonville 144 yards rushing on the night. We'll see how accurate all that is. Meanwhile, Trevor Gloss threw 23 passes tonight. He completed 13 of them by my count. I got 171 yards out of it, but he also threw 2 interceptions, although he did have a touchdown. He also had a touchdown, as we said, on an 80-yard run. He accounted for all the scoring except for the field goal that Braden Arsenault put through. Meanwhile, as far as receiving goes, Tam had 84 yards. 70 of that came on 1 catch, but he did score the passing touchdown that was thrown by Trevor Gloss. Kealoha had 23 yards. I'm doing math again. Receiving. Luke Carley was held to 22 this evening, which is probably, they would have said, North Medford would have said, we'll take that. But it didn't do him much good. Riddick Molitori had 44 yards receiving. Let's see if that adds up to the other number I gave. I'm pretty close. So that's the way that looks. North Medford or Wilsonville scored first in the first. They scored in the first quarter, as we said. Trevor Gloss scored on an 80-yard run. The extra point was good. Then Trevor Gloss and Kenyon Tam hooked up for a 70-yard pass. The extra point was good. And North Medford scored in the fourth period when Trevor Healy ran it in from 2 yards out, but the extra point was no good. And then at the end of the game, inside a minute, Wilsonville added a field goal to get it to 17-6. So that's the way things look. As we said, Wilsonville too. Wilsonville heads to Canby, but North Medford heads off to take on the Willamette Wolverines, and they'll have their hands full up there in Eugene at Willamette High School. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank North Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. We'd like to also thank our officials for being here for tonight's contest. You can visit TableRockSports.net to see when our next live high school sports events are scheduled. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Wilsonville 17, North Medford 6. This has been a presentation at TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Colton Treadway, I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon.